Hi, I'm disability lawyer David Brannon. In this video, I'm going to take you through how to certify a document for a CPP disability application. So after watching this video, you'll know exactly how to get a certified document to submit in with your CPP disability application. Hopefully it's going to help you get approved. Now let's get into it. So Service Canada, since at least 2018, has required people to submit certified copies of any supporting document that you're going to send in. By supporting document, I mean documents other than the application forms themselves. These could commonly include medical records, pharmacy records, employment records, or any other document that you're submitting in addition to your application. So the process for how these documents are to be certified is set out in a form from Service Canada themselves. So Service Canada has set out the requirements in Form 1730. We're going to have a link to that form down below. I would recommend you get that form printed off and have it available if you ever need to certify documents. But let's just go through some of the requirements. Any document that you submit to Service Canada needs to meet these criteria, or they say they can and will reject it. We don't know how the rate at they're rejecting documents that aren't certified. We'd love to hear from you if you've had that happen, but let's go through it. A certified document, number one, must be legible. So you can't submit a certified copy of something that's not legible. They will reject it if that happens. A certified document must be certified by someone qualified to make the certification. We're going to go through the list of the things that person must have or do in order to make it be a certified copy. They have a list of all the professions and job titles who can certify documents. In general, it's licensed professionals, it's members of government, and actually Service Canada employees themselves. Let's go through the requirements that someone who is the certified person who's qualified to do it, here's what they need to do in order to certify your document. So the person certifying the document must do all of the following. They must compare the original to the copy. They have to have both in front of them. They then have to state their official and write their official position, job title, print their name, and sign their name on the copy that they're certifying. They also have to provide their phone number and write the date they certified this document. They have to indicate the number of pages they've reviewed. So if they're just going to certify the top page, they have to indicate how many pages are in the document and if there are any blank pages. Finally, they have to write something like the following, and these people doing this will know it, but it says something to the effect of this photocopy is a true copy of the original document, has not been altered in any way. So again, it's probably worthwhile if you're going to get someone to certify these documents to print off Service Canada's official sheet on how to do that and take it with you when you go to the person. So practically speaking, how do you do this? In most cases, when you're getting medical records, you can just ask the doctor's office to certify the documents, and they will generally know what that means. They're used to certifying documents for other reasons, and so they will usually have a process for doing that. It gets more complicated if you're going to go to places like pharmacies, or you're getting other records like maybe your employment file, or you have other documents at home that you have yourself, maybe different things that you kept track of, like jobs that you applied for and all these other types of things. It gets more complicated in that situation because you have to go find someone who can certify the documents, and that is always problematic. So you should look at the list and see, do you know anybody on that list that you could go to? And in worst case scenario, or maybe the best case scenario, is you can just make an appointment with your local Service Canada office, and they will have someone there who can certify all these documents. So it's better just to take them all with you, go in there, make sure you have a copy and the original, and you keep the original and they will stamp the copy. You can put all those together after that and send them in to Service Canada. Now, another way to maybe get around this is if you get some of these record holders to send the stuff directly to Service Canada, or if the Service Canada medical adjudicator is coordinating the collection of these documents, so they're the one writing to your doctor. In those situations, I don't think they enforce the certified record thing as strongly. If they know the records are coming directly to them from the doctor or whatever, sometimes they're not as strict on enforcing the certification, but I don't know that for a fact. That's just my assumption. But they very well could try to enforce it on the doctor as well. They don't want to get into a situation where you tell the doctor, don't take these things out of the file and send them the rest. If they were worried about that type of thing happening, they may again require the doctor to certify the records. So that's it. You now have the process for how these records get certified. You know where to get Service Canada's official guidelines and sort of sheet on how to do this. So hopefully you will follow these things to avoid any delays or problems with your application, and we will see you back here next time.